Hey there, everybody, it's RCK, and I'm glad to have you back here again for our next episode for our Dominions 5 series. I hope everyone is having a great day today. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll be going over turn 28, 29, and 30. So, as of right now, we see a lot of things going on. We do see a global enchantment being put up, and we'll see who that's from. We have a lot of site searching, which we have found one site in the Great Dunes. I had a crippled unit die, and we have a lot of battles back and forth between a lot of people here, and we'll go over all of them, of course. We see Pangaea casting Mother Oak. Go figure, it always happens. The Great Dunes has a Temple of the Raging God. Now, I don't actually remember what that is. Okay, so here we have a Fire Lord, Pyromancer, and a High Priest. Increases Terminal and gives us 2 Fire Gems per turn. This is a very, very, very nice sight for us. I mean, Terminal is not that great, but 2 Fire Gems a turn is definitely great. The Pyromancer and Fire Lord really don't matter all that much. You do have a Fire 2 chassis here with a combat caster. It's kind of a heavy knight at this point, but nothing we necessarily need. And the Pyromancer is just a Fire 1 45 gold mage here, very, very cheap. And then you have a Holy 2 High Priest. Okay, so those units really aren't particularly too great for us, of course, but 2 Fire Gems a turn is pretty great for us. See, here we have a battle with Lemuria in the Hungry Sea. Let's go ahead and watch that. We remember he had a small force over here, just northwest of us, and now we have our Galulus. Yeah, Galulus here attacking him. And of course, I don't feel like they're going to be doing all too great here against these ethereal troops, and they are running away. If you remember last turn, we killed 2 Grand Lemurs in this province here, so that is on a 3-turn timer before he gets those back. Next, we have attacked the Independence here in Embracer. This is another underwater province, and this is with our Garthan mercenary squad here against Ichthids. And we'll go ahead and watch this. I don't remember how well we do. It looks like we might possibly lose this one. I wouldn't be surprised if they started running here. Yep. Well, they're both running. Okay, so some of the Ichthid troops are running. The heavily armored ones are staying around. Our mercenaries are definitely getting out of there. At least we are getting them off of the field. Looks like they can barely catch up that one. Let's see if that one gets off the field. I think it will. Yep, so got a few more off. Oh, excuse me. About to sneeze. Nope, maybe it's passed. Okay. So that is very, very unfortunate for us, but they were very, very cheap mercenaries. Not too bad. We see a battle with Pangaea here. It is just a black harpy pinging a throne from the looks of it. They have conjurers. They have circle masters here. There's a circle master. There's a conjurer. They have a few blood slaves and death gems on them, so not too surprising. We have a battle here in Bogatan where we attacked Independence, of course. And this is us just pinging the throne here beside the Kingobia capital. If you remember correctly, it is under siege, and we see a lot of sages and lore masters here. Only 1 lore master, 4 sages. But I'm sure they'll have a couple of gems on them. That is a Astral 3, Water 2, Nature 1. Interesting. But other than that, very, very basic troops, so we know that this is going to be a level 2 throne. Other than that, we do see a battle here when Kingobia versus Krieg. And let's see what they've really brought here. So they have these Kingobia soldiers. I mean, formation fighters, so you can get 4 to a square. I like the way how they're formed up, of course. A bite and a 2 spear, not too bad, 20 damage. You have undisciplined troops back here. They're also slaves. And you have your sacred, which are starving, here in the front. Oh, and here we have a pit fiend. Interesting. Some hellhounds, some imps, Gog. Ooh, and I have a Frit back here. Now, this one is actually thugged up. It does have pretty good stats. Attack skill 31, defense skill 23. But protection only 19. So let's see what they put on. And they do have invulnerable 12, depending on what they get in combat with. I mean, these Drakengard, they're not going to care about you, but the rest of these units here will have a lot of trouble fighting you. Mirror image. Blessing. Let's actually see what the bless is. Shock resistance, poison resistance, cold resistance, reinvig, magic resistance, blood surge, undead leadership. Hmm. Getting a little dangerous here. Oh, see? And automatically, it seems like they just ripped him apart there. Very, very scary. Yeah, they did lose him. That was a very 325 gold mage there that they have 2 turns to recruit out the cap. Very unfortunate for him. Forests that dwell in the deep forest have emerged. Interesting. So, of course, we get attacked by an Ivy King and Vine Ogres here in that fort that we have. We should be able to deal with that fairly easily. We caught one of our scouts were discovered here by Olm. That was all. Here we are cloud trapezing over to 227, which would be right here. Start taking some away from them in the back, because of course I highly doubt they're going to be pulling units over here. We are reinforcing 102, depending on where they go to. I highly doubt they'll go farther. I mean, of course they want to fight in like darkness area, but I feel like they'd also probably hit bang here. But I don't think they'll see this part coming, of course. With the Communion Slave going up to a Holy 3, being able to cast spells. We have a decent amount of elite soldiers here. And we also have a lot of Jan Guard. Jan Guard are going to be able the ones that's going to be able to deal some actual damage due to their magic weapons. Them having extra attack skills, so they won't be taking as much as a penalty underwater. We're also casting Tropical Currents here. That will give all of our units Reinvig plus... No, give an area of 25, which is going to be almost all of our units. Reinvig plus 2 per turn, so that's going to be very, very nice. So things should be going well. I mean, on top of having a Holy 3, I mean, these guys are all going to get blessed for sure, and then we're also going to be having someone to kind of spam holy spells on top of the ghost, of course. And then we have more squads here going under the water to help reinforce. We are claiming the Throne of Death this turn, so we will be canceling the Throne of Gaia growth in the Throne of Death scale, giving us a total of 7 extra gems per turn. What else do we have going on? Making more Dwarven Hammers, Cloud Trapezing, spoke about that already, Site Searching, and a little bit more here and there. Moving a lot of our Camel Riders and different things over here to 32. So that should be very, very good. We're also moving this mage here, this Malika over, and I assume they're going to be casting Flaming Arrows. And I was correct. Okay. They do have a gem item on them. That's why they only have 1 extra one, just in case. But they are a Fire 4, and Flaming Arrows is a Fire 4 spell to cast with 1 gem requirement. What did I have? Did I have them casting something else? No. Interesting. So more Rings of Water Breathing, Earth Boots. We're casting Dark Knowledge. Just because we have such a high income, and I'd rather search. Well, we know that there is a deaf site over here, so we're definitely going to hit this with Dark Knowledge since we don't have a Death 3 to search it for us. And every turn, I mean, we are going to search for water. But every turn these guys are sneaking out, they're getting out of there. Even though we're going to continue production of units through that fort, it is unfortunate that we had bought lab, a temple, but I mean, look at an income of 218 for this province, regardless of there being a well of pestilence inside of it. So that's very, very interesting there. Too bad our income is cut off of 32 at this point, but we are making a 3,500 gold per turn here on turn 28. Probably more impressive a couple turns ago, but that's okay too. But yeah, we haven't gone to war yet. We haven't attacked anybody. Well, I take that back. We have attacked Lemuria, but it's not a very high priority war at this point. I mean, I doubt they'd be able to take our mainland, and I mean, we wouldn't be able to take their mainland, and vice versa. So there's just skirmishes here in the water. So I don't necessarily count that because we're just fighting over the same shit we had. Well, I took 2 from them. Possibly going to take 3. No, took 4. Never mind. So, yeah. So it looks like Olm has finally taken this fort over here. Very nice for him. So he is actually fairly large as well. You have to consider he is probably about this big. So probably around the same size of us, maybe give or take some water provinces. Really hate that we weren't able to hit that and take 67 there. Other than that, we do see a large force in Pangaea here on the fort of 83, while his capital is getting sieged. So that is very surprising. He's decided to have all his units. I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of reason behind this. Maybe he's just kind of didn't have enough time to get back, but also looks like Pangaea is cutting him off from fighting this here in Mikland, because with that road, I bet he would be able to get there in one turn, probably break siege with what's inside and attack what's here. But now that Pangaea has taken this province, it's going to take him an extra turn to actually get here to his capital. That was very unfortunate for him. I don't know if that was the plan he had, but yeah, keep that in mind. We see Pangaea is getting rather large. Now, this Pangaea in the water is not the one here on land. Now, this Pangaea, of course, is the one over here. But we do see that Jotunheim is under siege at this point. Very, very bad. We have his other fort. Looks like they'll be going down relatively soon. This one's probably going to take much longer. But, yeah, Pangaea has really kind of taken over all of his area. We see Ermor, of course, eating Nuala. That is very, very unfortunate as well, because they were in that war versus Lemuria, at least taking some of these provinces here on the edge from them, possibly being able to get through here, not entirely sure. But it's, I mean, he's fairly large as well from the looks of it, from reaching from here all the way, well, probably just reaching from here to originally probably like right here. And then Nuala had this, which he's already taken from him. So, it does give him a lot of land there for himself as well. I think there are, what, 2 players already out the game? Almost 3, possibly 4, depending. Well, maybe even 5, because these people, these nations here, Mikland, Pangaea, Krieg, they're all very, very small. Dorinor has already died. Nuala is very, very small and on the brink of death here. So that's very, very dangerous for him. See a little bit of scales over here for some reason. So, yeah, a lot of people are already dying. This game is going fast. So let's go ahead and head over to turn 29. See what we have going on. So far, everything's looking like it's going well on Discord, or not Discord, on OBS, but I'll check again here in a moment once we go to the battle map, just in case, because we did have that thing happen the other day. So, Cloud Trapeze, of course, happened, Dark Knowledge, no sites. I guess we thought there was something here, because I think, I vaguely remember there being 2 provinces that we saw death gems, or death scales in, so, unfortunate. Found a magic site, Fields of the Fireflies. Let's see what that is. A Fire 1, a Nature 1. Very, very nice for us, of course. Not only to increase our Nature Gem, income, but also increase our Fire Gem, which of course we really, really want. Here we see a battle between the 2 Pangaeas here on Jotunheim. Now I assume one Pangaea is patrolling. No? The chieftain has attacked. I guess just to ping and see what he has. Possibly giving the information to Jotunheim. Could strongly be that. I'm surprised Jotunheim didn't do this himself with a scout or something that he may have had. I see no gems here on these fellas. Interesting. Wonder what their plan is for that. I mean, probably Strength the Giants. Maybe, I highly doubt casting Legion still. Probably Strength the Giants. But still, I figured at this point they'd have some kind of nature stuff they'd want to do. Let's go ahead and I actually skipped our magic phase battle here, our Cloud Trapezer. So let's go ahead and watch that. This is our little kit we have for him, and 1 PD we should take care of pretty easy, even if they make a few skeletons. So we shouldn't have to worry too much. Made a few wolves. Might be around for a while actually. Probably pretty hard for these guys to. Okay, let's kill 1 Ichthyid. We've done some damage. Those are That's go 15, not too bad. Our fatigue's at 82, so that's kind of unfortunate. Should be putting some. If we had probably had the space, we put marine big items. But we also could put some shoes, like marine big shoes, on instead of having an extra attack there. But these skeletons, we shouldn't be too bad here. Yeah, we should be taking them off pretty good. Mage is fatigued out at this point. 2 skeletons left. 1. Oh, now 2. We still have our wolf though, so he is. Oh, wolf is gone. Never mind. 1 skeleton left, and there we go. Took 1 PD. Cool. And we'll probably just leave that. And of course, we have our battle here with the Ivy King. And things went very, very well from you see from our battle report. Of course, they cannot really stand up to flaming arrows. Even though they don't have any fire weakness, but still a lot of arrows. The birds are going to come down. I'll kind of stop them here for a minute, and we'll just have flaming arrows come in. Yeah, they're not going to be able to hold up to this. Let's move fast forward. As more and more catch on fire. Fleet soldiers doing work. Ooh, okay, we're catching them on fire too. Oh lord, now we're catching our Malika on fire. No, they possibly. Oh, that's fire shield. Okay, I say, well, 22 fire resistance. I highly doubt we're catching them on fire. But yeah, they have fire shield, which we have to be careful about because our other units don't have it. Whew, there it comes. Glad I got that out. Alright, and that was the end of that battle. Lots of camel riders we have here in the southern area. Next we have a battle. This is the Pangaea to our east, not the ones attacking Jotunheim. Attacking an underwater province here, we see. It looks like possibly pinging it. Yeah, they're just pinging it, okay. Next we have 2 battles, one in Velvet Ocean and one in Moon Sea. So from what the looks of it, is that we missed both of the battles. Oh, never mind, we hit one of them. Oops, my bad. So let's watch this other one here in Moon Sea. I thought they went downward. I thought that was the Velvet Ocean. And here we do see the units that we have. Hopefully Divine Blessing comes up quicker than this. Okay, there we go. I don't like the koala here. Kululu's here getting in front, but we are taking care of these chaff units relatively quickly. Really not having to worry about them too much. And our stats, I mean, they're pretty average. I know our armor's starting to rust a little bit being underwater and being iron, but our Janguard do have bronze and they won't rust underwater. So that is very nice. But we still have about average stats as far as that go, except for the Janguard who have pretty above average stats, even though they're taking that -3 penalty on both of them. So yeah, pretty good. So like 17 on 17 here for the Janguard on land. Here goes another Grand Lemur. So, that is the 3rd Grand Lemur we've killed in 2 turns. I saw 150 gems worth of mages gone for a couple turns. That's very, very nice. We lost 2 Janguard, unfortunate. But I think we can press on with what we have. We had an unexpected event here. +2 income, +2 growth, good. Plus 400% tax. And we'll look at that province here in a minute. Unrest, minus population. Units have aged. Unfortunate, we see Nwala here getting attacked by ogres as well. Very unfortunate for them being on their last leg, of course. Baptized, okay, so it's a 160 gold province here that just got 400% more gold for their tax or whatever it is, their event. So yeah, that's a lot of gold they just made for us. So we're building more Malika, we're building more Janguard. Here we're building more elite soldiers on this side. Now we do have an Enchantress here in this fort. I believe we talked about it. Maybe we didn't. I can't exactly remember. But this site here does give us an Enchantress. Okay, so it's going to be Nature 2. Perfect already because Nature 2 is not something we'd be able to reach otherwise. So that's going to give us Nature 3 from a booster. Possibly a Nature 4. Possibly a Nature 5. These water crosspath for us are not as great since we have the Mage of Winter. Earth crosspath not important, air not important, fire not important, but still these the the water in the nature are very, very good for us. Water mainly for foul vapors and stuff like that. If we decide to do something like that, wouldn't necessarily be with an army. Possibly could, being due to our research, but maybe just a foul vapors trap, maybe things like that. Not entirely sure yet, depending. So we have to keep that in mind. So here at this point, we are reinforcing our main army. No, what are we doing? Yeah, we are reinforcing our main army. We're pinging both of these provinces and pulling back here to 74 to push forward again with a much larger force. Because I'm not, now that I don't have scouts underwater, I don't have vision on these provinces, and I just assume that he's bringing more chaff underwater, so I don't want to just throw and waste all these units here. But definitely having two more holy threes, I think I set them to masters and spells, would be very, very good for us. Other than that, one more turn in the Giant Palisade on 109. We're patrolling. We're also building a lab there. Let's see. Going up to a giant fortress here in 80, which has 450 gold to make a giant fortress. We have bought a thistle mace before. I think I've mentioned that, and we're searching and doing other things. I think we haven't made another one yet. Forging a dwarven hammer here. Casting dark knowledge on Mark over here. Of course, we'll know there's a well of pestilence. We're site searching here. Making a few items here and there. We're building 2 dwarven hammers this turn. That's quite a bit of gem usage to start using, but of course we're making lots and lots of items, and we want to keep going. Forging crystal matrices over here just in case, possibly for our nature mages that we're going to have, or other things that we might want to throw in community, either death, water, nature, things like that. Maybe even to get higher in some other paths as well if we need to. Enchanted pike. Just getting ready for another thug equipment just in case. Even though there's some other things that we could probably use for that. Site searching. We're sneaking around and site searching. Lots of sneaking and site searching. So, I'm sure we put at least 1 PD here. I'd be surprised if we didn't. But we are sneaking into 258. Possibly to, I don't know, we probably could have got away with attacking one of these. I don't know. But we do see Nuala here. They still own their capital. So yeah, that's about how things are going here at the moment. Not too bad. So we'll go ahead and end the turn in turn 29 and go over to turn 30. Now that'll be a final turn for turn. We started another fort here last turn. And we do actually kind of use these to produce scouts here. I know not the most efficient, but I don't want to be in a later war with any of these nations, particularly Lemuria. At that point, I just delete them and be raided underwater here either by Pangaea, this Pangaea, and any of them that have it, and I'll be losing 160 gold, 101 gold, or 114. 62, not as important. 77. I mean, these are very, very high income provinces that I don't want to be raiding back and forth, because I really don't want to thug with my Melika to fight them back, or at least anti-raid against that. So I have the cash. Let's fucking spend it. And don't think that, okay, I'm just throwing cash into the water, because I mean, I'm kind of running out of places here for forts. I mean, we're already double stacking them. I have a fort inside my capital ring. We have a fort on every throne. We have a throne beside forts here. So yeah, one there, one there. I don't have nothing. That's not very developed yet. We have 4 forts over here. So in total, I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 forts. Maybe 12. I'll probably miscounted or something. But yeah, I mean, we're just rolling around in cash, and we're trying to expend as much as we can every turn. We're producing mages out of every fort that we're able to produce mage out of every turn. So yeah, that's how things are going. And honestly, as far as researching go, of course, the Caribs, but these are going to be our combat boys. So we're starting to trying to work on a stockpile of them. especially here in the southern area, because I feel like if we have any conflict, it's probably going to be either down here or over here. Hopefully not over here, but more or less over here. Because I don't want to, I mean, me and Ohm, we're friends, we do trades, we're good. This is just a mess over here. Don't know who's going to win yet. And this is kind of our largest border we have with people, so if we attacked anybody, it'd probably be them, because I wouldn't want to just fuck around with Pangaea in the water. We're also having the app, and we're fine, and we do some trades too. And then Lemuria is not going to go on forever. So that was turn 29, so let's go look at turn 30. There we go. A little snotty here at the moment. Not too bad, but the more I talk and stuff, and it kind of like builds up a little bit. So here we have lots of site searching happening. We find a leopard fins. Now this wasn't actually a well of pestilence, but it does spread deadly diseases, so it's basically the same thing. But a level 2 death mage may enter to summon an apparition. Not too important, but it does give us 2 death gems and a water gem per turn, which is very, very nice. We are up to 7 death gems per turn now. We're casting Dark Knowledge again here on 59. Where is 59? I don't know, I guess just to fucking see. If anyone wonders how I did that, you just press the G key. That will bring up this. It'll be say go to province number. We'll just say 1, which is Maitland's capital. I thought it was 1. So if anyone says, oh, I'll give you so and so or whatever number 10 is, so we'll say, okay, well, where is 10? Because I'm not exactly sure. So okay, well, 10 is this province over here. Just a little quick tip there if you didn't know how to. Let's go back to the map, or the reports here. So, Dark Knowledge, we found that. No magic sites were found by a lot of places here. Someone claimed the Throne of the Moon. We have a battle here in the Hungry Sea. Now this is us attacking Lemuria. And this is just one ping, of course. This is our Knight of Edith, and they took out the Kalulu fast. Fighting skeletons. We'll see if he can last. Oh, no, he's running away. Oh, man. If he was able to fight Acolyte here, he would have taken out 2 Grand Lemurs and an Acolyte. I mean, that's crazy. We retreated successfully. Yes, we're going to try to keep him alive all game while still using him. So Ermor is attacking. Let's see. Let's kind of analyze their formation here while they fight. Okay, they're just fighting PD, but let's still analyze their formation. So it looks like the Velite units here in the front. No, this is Rorius. I thought they had Velites. Velites are cheaper, but they have less protection, I think. Or less morale? I do remember Hastades. Of course, they have javelins too. The Principes, yes. I thought they had the darker ones. We see some standards here giving some +1 morale. That's probably why they have morale 13. Huh. Principes back here. Now, Principes, do they have a guard bonus? No, they don't have a guard bonus. We see some Astral 1 Fire ones. No gems. Makes me wonder what they're doing. Or what they're going to do. I mean, possibly could definitely be a communion. But just having 1 communion master here, we're bringing that many slaves, really makes me wonder what they're doing. And we have a Staff of Flame focus here. Okay. Some Equites of the Sacred Shroud. You have Berserk. That must have been part of the blessing. We'll look here in a minute. Of course, these guys are probably on just Fire Closest. These guys are probably on Fire Closest too, since they all have javelins as well. Probably an attack rear move here with the heavy cav. Slaves back here. Communion slaves. Master. A lot of acolytes. Possibly just a bless. Some more astral fire ones. Huh. I definitely want those guys blessed, whatever your bless actually is. So let's go ahead and play it. Lots of slave being cast, a few masters being cast. So these up here are masters as well. These right here with their guards. Casting fireballs, okay. Not too bad, not very accurate, but okay. They did hit some on fire though, so that's very nice. Well, I feel like these warriors here should have been on fire. Because they don't seem to be using their javelins, at least not yet anyway. Do they throw now? No. I think they'll just attack closest. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, yes it did. Gotta be careful. Very interesting, very, very interesting. Yeah, 9 augurs, an augur elder, 3 acolytes. Let's see if we can catch that bless there. See if anyone blesses themselves. Let's watch that again. Somebody just cast blessing. Is it you? No. Oh, they're casting all over here. Hold on. Attack skill +2, fire resistance +5, cold resistance +5, defense skill +2, and berserker. Alright. That's where we see the berserker tag from. Cool. Cool. We got +400% tax again here in the deep sea this time. Let's see. Just 28 gold. Very unfortunate. Too bad it wasn't a very, very high income province. Province income +2, +1, +1. Okay, that's not bad. 4 extra gems there. Cool. Our gem income is looking very, very nice at this point. For most things other than air, +8 fire, +3 air, kind of sad. 10 water, 11 earth, 3 astral, kind of sad, but we haven't actually searched for astral yet, so still waiting on that one. 7 death and 6 nature. Very, very cool. So we're moving a lot of mages here down. Moving a lot of everything down. It looks like a majority of site searchers here we are moving southward. Why are you moving? So, possibly going to go and site search. Yeah, you're going to go site search. Not sure what... No, you're going to... I don't know where you're going, actually. Is it over here? You could be going to go build a temple. That might have been what you were doing. And then we're moving troops southward as well. We're moving... Well, cloud trapezing again. We're moving over here. I guess southward here to reinforce 32. Because at this point in the game, I feel like we're definitely preparing ourselves for Pangaea. We do have naps with everyone else. So they're the only questionable ones. We're going to watch and see how much damage they take in the fight with Jotunheim. If they are too heavily injured, of course, we'll try to take advantage of the moment and take them, or take the provinces that they've taken. So that is our thinking behind it. So we're pinging both of these provinces here. And actually we're decided to move in with our large-ass army underwater and attack 44. Okay, cool. And we also took control of the Velvet Ocean because there's no PD there. So very, very lucky there, so we've been able to raid that back. I couldn't remember if that happened or not. So cloud trapezing onto 90, which is the Hungry Sea, which is going to be right here. So we're going to magic phase in and then have these guys come in as backup. So it should be okay. Possibly could have... you do see they decided to move some Hastades over here. Some of their spectral ghosts. So, yeah. We're also moving this mage to 13. They're going to go in site search. They're going to stay there for a little while. Possibly get ready for the next war. Research even. What else is going on? You guys are dying, of course, from your diseases from 86. We're making units here still, and we are moving them out as fast as we can. We got one that had disease, but that's a very unfortunate. Patrolling here to make sure, see if we can catch any scouts. Building up the giant fortress. At 450 gold in 3 turns. It's very unfortunate. Site searching here. Searching. Sneaking. Researching. So that's about all we have going on currently. Casting Dark Knowledge in 59. So, yeah, 59. Weird. So there's a chance that we changed our Dark Knowledge. No, we must have already talked about this. I feel like we definitely talked about this already. So that's all for this episode, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Definitely lots of things are going on, lots of gears here are turning, but definitely, I mean, this province here at South Degard here at 30 is 115 gold, so possibly being a large province here as well. We are pinging this one this turn, so we'll try to move from here to here, and we'll see how it goes, because I think what happened actually and why we decided to go here for 44 is I think we've pieced out with Lemuria. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure we've pieced out with Lemuria and we told him we wanted 90. I think I'm almost positive that's actually what happened. That is our decision making on going to 44 instead of taking 90. Lemuria wanted peace. He did. He would not. He did not. He wanted to stop being raided. He actually wanted to focus his forces over here. So in the good nature, we leave 0 PD here for him to take this back, and he gives us 90 here, and we go on our merry way. So peace over here in the northern front. So what we're going to be doing here, of course, is moving our underwater army to 44, 30, and then 24. Okay, setting us up for a land assault or a beach assault here on this wasteland or Jotunheim. Depending, of course, we have a majority of our units here that they don't actually see because these guys should be put in here. So 83 hiding camel riders, 20 more elite soldiers, 30 elite soldiers in Jane Guard, 20 more elite soldiers. I mean, we really are mobilizing here at this point. 10 more camel riders, 10 more elite soldiers, 12 elite soldiers, 6 more camel riders. Yeah, we're definitely focusing our forces down here. We are still patrolling in the north, leading a very decent sized force here of camel riders up here, just in case if something happens. Some of them are getting Z's. I think they're already Z's from Mark, though. So, it is what it is. And with the combination of all these forces here, we have moving south and then somewhat around 60, 80 units here. Right around 90-ish units here. I mean, I feel like would be fairly ready for Pangaea. We have flaming arrows. What we are researching is evocation for what is it called? Scorching wind. Of course, that's going to help us a lot too. It's a fatigue spell fire. We have alteration for things like tropical currents. We're casting underwater, but wind guide is actually pretty good for our camel riders while they're still in the game here. Temper flesh for our thugs. Curse of stone is something that we use every now and then. I actually use this in some other games. It's not a spell you see too often used by people. We are able to use this spell as well. We do have Earth 2 randoms, and on top of that, we could put either an extra. Can we put an extra gem on them? Can't remember if you can put extra gem on 3 or is it 4 that you can't put an extra gem on. Regardless, you can always do the conjuration boost up, and then you'll have 3 anyway. So, what this does affects the entire battle, so casting time 200%, fatigue cost 300, earth gems required is 3, damage is special, magical resistance negates easily, doesn't affect friendly units. Very nice. Combat speed is reduced by 25%, causes D4 fatigue per square moved, encumbrance increased +3. Very interesting. Very cool. Now this is an alteration 4. Sometimes it is used for us. So I know it definitely causes a little bit of effect to people. I mean, not everyone is going to negate it. But if we're able to stop or slow down or fatigue out a small amount of your army. That's more than we had before. We also have anti-magic at this point, flaming arrows. At enchantment 5, though, I thought there was something else we had. We have trade wind. We should be casting that in our capital here. Too much here going on, too much. Flame Warden, don't really need it. We want, it's only AoE 15. Are we casting Trade Wind? No, we're not casting Trade Wind yet because we have so few air gems. We are making some outquills though, just to try to help boost our research per turn. So yeah, quite interesting. After we hit Evocation 4, we're going to Alteration 7, and that's going to be for Fog Warriors. Yeah, really great spell there, guys. You should try it out sometime. As for right now, I mean, there's a good chance we switch this up. This is probably not the last edition of what we have coming here. So where are you going? So we said that. Okay, yeah, okay. Cool. So that is what we have going on, guys. Like I said, hope you enjoyed the content. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.